There's a change in the administration in the US. How is it under the Trump administration, and how is it going to be under the Biden administration?
And I said that Trump
Mhm.
is going to hell. Any politicians, any leader trying
Mhm.
to make a game
Mhm.
against Palestine, he will be the loser.
Hello, everyone. Today's podcast would be different than usual because it is the very first interview that I will be conducting fully in English, simply because I have in front of me His Excellency Zuhair al-Shun, the ambassador of Palestine to Indonesia. Marhaban.
Marhaba.
Tasharaftu bimarifatika.
Thank you very much, my brother.
Ahlan wa
Nice to meet you.
sahlan. La atakalam al-Arabiya. And that's it. Don't ask me anything more than that.
Oh, okay. Few words. كلام كويس. نعم. نعم.
How are you, Pak Dubes?
Alhamdulillah. So far, I'm okay.
Oh, okay. And I understand that you've been here since November
You can see
2017?
we started now in
Mm.
the 4th years.
Fourth year.
Yeah, it
And-
started. You
Sta-
know, we have complete 3 years and you can say 3 months.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I understand this is your fourth post as Dubes. You've been in Bosnia and Ethiopia, Morocco, and now
That's true.
Indonesia.
First post was in Tunisia.
Oh, Tunisia. Okay.
Tunisia,
Mhm.
and after that, I had been
Mhm.
nominated to Bosnia and Herzegovina,
Mhm.
and then Addis Ababa and African Union,
Uh-huh.
and also covering Uganda and
Uh-huh.
Nairobi from Addis Ababa.
Oh, okay.
After that, I have been posted to Morocco,
Mhm.
and from Morocco to
To
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Yeah.
So, how did you end up here? How did the appointment work? Have you been posted here previously?
Sorry?
Have you been posted here in Jakarta previously, or was
And I visited once.
you visited once only?
And in 2000, I think 10,
Okay.
there was a ministerial committee
Mm-hmm.
for UNEP,
Mm-hmm.
UNEP Environment Ministerial Committee in Bali.
Okay.
And I was the representative of State of Palestine
Mm-hmm.
when I was in Addis Ababa for the headquarter, which is based in Nairobi,
Okay.
for UNEP and Habitat. So
Okay.
I have been invited and I visited Bali first time in 2010.
Oh, okay. And since you've now been here for 4 years, and
4
then you've
years.
been to Bali, and I'm sure you've been to a lot of other places in Indonesia. How do you feel about Indonesia? Do you feel at home?
No doubt about that. No
Uh-huh.
doubt. It's really, we feel that we are feeling together,
Mm-hmm.
the same feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever any Indonesian talking about Palestine,
Mm-hmm.
you will come to know that how the people are really interested and loving Palestinian cause.
Okay. And Indonesia and Palestine, as you know, have been friends since the founding of our nation, right?
That's true.
And what do you feel about our relations now and in the future?
It's always, well developed
Mm-hmm.
politically, economically, all levels.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever we are talking, that Indonesia is behind Palestine, always looking what we can do for Palestine in the future. This is always the question we are hearing from all officials. Whatever our requirements, whatever we can do to support you, to help you, to give you more, I mean, and good atmosphere, I mean, to feel about, unless, I mean, you will reach for your independence and your statehood.
Mm-hmm.
So Indonesia, really, Excellency, and everybody is listening to me, even my colleagues, they knows my attitude, my opinion. Yesterday, I was talking with Iranian ambassador about the relation of Palestine between Indonesia and Palestine. And everybody knows, all diplomatic, by the way, whenever we discuss, whenever I visit, everybody's saying to me, you are lucky because your cause and your file, your issue is always at the top.
Yeah.
And you know, some ambassadors, friends to me, friendly talking that we used to stay here 4 or 5 years, 6 years, maybe will not be able to see His Excellency the Foreign Minister in one time. But you, since you arrived 3 times, you met with the Foreign Minister. It seems that Palestine is really strongly based in this lovely country.
Thank you. Palestine is also in our heart. I would like to show you an article, Pak Dubes. It says here, Foreign Minister Retno on support for Palestine. And it says the Indonesian government has disbursed funds of around 36.5 billion as humanitarian assistance for Palestinian refugees. So how do you see Indonesia support or Indonesian supports towards Palestine? What do you appreciate the most from what Pak Presiden Jokowi or Ibu Retno have done to Palestine?
I will just remind you the last talks between the two presidents when His Excellency Joko Widodo announced clearly about the supporting UNRWA, supporting Red Cross, Palestinian Red Cross, and assistance to the Palestinians who are suffering due to the situation in occupied Palestine. It seems, you know, Joko Widodo, His Excellency the President, and even the diplomacy, it's very clear. Last talks, just maybe 1 month back, you know, within 3 months, within 2 months, Zoom talking between the two presidents, and this has never happened, you know, between even great or big countries, you know. But with Palestine, when we just asked the protocol and your minister that our president is interested to talk to His Excellency, within 24 hours, everything have been managed, you know. And clearly, our president, after the talks is over, his advisors called me and they put me about all details and how the president is happy from whatever he's hearing from His Excellency Joko Widodo. Politically, number one. You know, everybody's talking about the normalization, and Indonesia is trying to move as others are already gone in this circle. Clearly, it has been mentioned by His Excellency Joko Widodo and Marsudi, the foreign minister. It will not be unless we will see Palestine free with East Jerusalem. It's a clear cut, you know.
How do you feel?
And His Excellency also, he decided at the last call meeting between the two presidents, he's going to send his foreign minister to meet with her counterpart in Jordan shortly. I think already we have decided one period. It will be in the first week of February. But we are hoping that there is no any doubt because there is Arab League ministerial committee. It will be held in Cairo at the same period. I hope it will be done. So, Her Excellency, it will be in Jordan with the beginning of February. To discuss about the Palestinian issue. And this is the order of His Excellency Joko Widodo when he promised our president that we have to be dealing, this is the main issue, about the strategy in the future, how we can work together and among international community, among OIC countries about Palestine. So this is Indonesia.
Okay, so that's good news. At least it shows that our government is really concerned about Palestinian.
Definitely.
But not only the government. If I can show you one more article, it says here, 1.4 billion donations from the Indonesian society sent to Palestine. So not only the government sends money to help the Palestinian people, but the people of Indonesia are also moved to act in solidarity and to voluntarily donate their money to Palestine. But what I want to ask you is that there's a lot of fundraising activities in Indonesia to help the people of Palestine. But what is actually the best way or the proper way to donate money to Palestine, just to make sure that the donation that the Indonesian people are sending to Palestine, they get delivered to the right people who really need the donation? Is there any avenue or how to donate the money?
To make what?
To donate.
Donate?
Yes.
The money?
Yes. From how? Like which channel or
You
or
know,
any channel is good?
you
Or
know, clearly, my brother, Excellency, I used to talk to your official.
Mhm.
There is one official title.
Mhm.
I hope that everybody in this country is dealing with the right direction, right connection. I know that the sympathy from Indonesia that
Yes.
whenever talking about Palestine, whatever he's having, he will put it
Yes.
and he will keep it. This is for Palestine.
Yes.
We appreciate
Yes.
this, feelings and the sympathy and how they are dealing. But anyhow, maybe some of people who are coming is trying to do in favor of our organizations in Palestine. But some of them, maybe they are working for themselves.
Yeah.
So that's why I always doubtful, and I raise this issue with your foreign ministry, religious leaders, because they can affect and they can make control for the mosques, for the other places, to stop such donation in this way. Palestine here is having one mission, one embassy. This is the official title. If you are coming for me to send for the health minister or the education minister or for the Palestinian people, definitely it will go because everything is written accordingly. And there is, it's not like that, just take the money and that's all and go. No, everything will be registered. Receipts will be given. Notice will be sent to our authority. The money will be deposited in the banks. So everything, it will be clearly in the
delivered properly.
Delivered, and it will be in right direction. So I hope we cannot go and ask everybody in Indonesia, wherever, that this is the way. Many, they came to me, to the embassy. When I was discussing with them about that, they surprised and they shocked. Oh, it seems if we give, it will not go accordingly. Might be. I'm not sure about that. So let it be that the majority, the either Muslims or Christians. Christians, by the way, yearly they used to give donation. I mean, the whatever, and they used to come to the embassy and to give it and to take official receipt, and it will be informed by our authority in Ramallah or in Jordan, wherever. Yeah. So this is the only way. Whatever we are looking for that.
Okay.
Even your government, whatever is decided to send for UNRWA, for Red Cross, whatever, it will be sent to the Palestinian Ministry of Finance. And we used to send official documents that the money have been deposited. This is have been spent for this section, for that section. It's very clear. I hope this everybody can understand this message.
Like you were spot on. Like a lot of Indonesians sympathize with the Palestinians about their situation in Palestine, and then we would just easily donate for the Palestinian cause. But sometimes, we don't really know, and we are not really sure whether the organization is a proper organization or not. But as you said, it's maybe better to clarify with the embassy whether this is the right organization. Yeah.
100%.
Yes.
We face some problem regarding this treatment. So
Yeah.
I hope that it will be clear for everybody.
It says that this is an Israeli official. He said it is in our interest, not our obligation to get Palestinians jobs.
Excellency, we
Yes.
don't believe whatever these people are talking about it. Israel is official or media or just to show. Of course, we are facing big problem and we are still, our authority is trying to get vexation from China, from Russia, from other parts who are able to send for the Palestinian people for saving them. Yeah. But Israelis, the prisoners who in the jail, they are suffering and they did not give them the vexation. So whatever they are talking is just talking for media. I don't believe in this community at all.
How's now living in Palestine? Right now there's a change in the administration in the U.S. How is it under the Trump administration, and how is it going to be under the Biden administration? As we all know, under the Trump administration, he cut funding to UN RWA, and he withdrew funding to hospitals in Jerusalem, and he closed the PLO office in Washington, D.C., among others. How do you think would it be different under the Biden administration?
My brother, Excellency, if you remember last visit and last discussion in my residence about American policy,
Yes.
and I said that Trump is going to hell, and already done. And now Trump no more, and see how he's suffering because of his policy. And by the way, I told my brothers, and the friends from diplomatic court here, Trump, he have been paid his, position to lose the election and to be in this situation because of Palestine. Everybody, any politicians, any leader trying to make a game against Palestine, he will be the loser. Many leaders, I don't want to mention whom, they have lost their life and their ability because of Palestine. And Biden, he must understand also the message from the Trump, what he already, he have been done. Okay, Biden, he give his, outstanding, or what we are going to say, that outlook for the future about his strategy, his policy. But, America, we are fighting not only Israel, we are fighting America. If America is justice and faith, the conflict already have been done. It's over. But only America. Among the 15 UN Council, America is having the veto. 14 behind you, one against you and opposition. So that's why he's going to open our mission in Washington.
Mhm.
He's going to open his consular or consulate in East Jerusalem to deal with us.
Mhm.
Welcome all this system. He's going to send whatever Trump cut it about domination,
Yes.
the money, which is 800
Mhm.
million yearly. It's okay. But this is not the only question. No. We are searching for the political solution.
Mhm.
If no political movement and I mean more step to be taken against Israel, nothing will be done.
Okay.
Nothing will be done. They are supposed to take actions to surround it, not to deal with Israel, not to accept the products from the settlements,
Mhm.
you know, to the countries and who accepted.
Mhm.
And you know what I am meaning.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
this is the big issue. This is the main,
Mhm.
uh, you know,
Mm.
question we can
Mhm.
ask about it. Is it Biden and his new diplomacy?
Mhm.
Now I read it for the new foreign minister of Mr. Biden.
Mhm.
He talked to his counterpart in Israel. The first call with Israel that we are with you and we will push for the peace treatment
Mhm.
with other countries. Oh, so what about the main issue?
Mhm.
My brother, whatever they are talking,
Mhm.
whatever everybody is talking, no solution can be accepted by any Palestinian without East Jerusalem.
Okay.
And this is 400% sure.
Mhm.
Even if anybody will die, Yasser Arafat, he lost his life because of East Jerusalem.
Mhm.
With Barack Obama, during Bill Clinton
Mhm.
and Prime Minister of Israel اللي كان معه
Mhm.
Barack, they have reached for 95%
Mhm.
except Jerusalem. Yasser Arafat, he said, no, I will not
True.
leave Jerusalem
Mhm.
without the real treatment and full dealings.
Mhm. True.
So he had been surrounded and then he had been killed. And you know the story. Even our president now clearly mentioned our strategy, our principles, our national, requirements. We cannot
Mhm.
say no.
Okay, I think your message is loud and clear. Every world leader must pay attention to Palestine, and whoever messes with Palestine will bear the consequences.
Definitely.
Okay,
That's true.
that is loud and clear.
That's true.
Okay, but talking about Palestine itself, Pak Dubes, let's take a look at another picture. Hmm. Here, Abbas decreased first Palestinian elections in over 15 years.
That's true.
Again, next. Who will win?
So this is, of course, election after 15 years,
Mhm.
you know, um, facing big problem,
Mhm.
big issue. Every country, all over the world, talking about you have to be united.
Mhm.
Hamas at that time, anyhow, they are having their agenda,
Mhm.
getting support from other parts, from
Mhm.
here, from there, thinking that they will remain in the supreme.
Mhm.
The things have been changed.
Mhm.
So then they decided to be in the uh, you can say, un- to make unity
Okay. Yes.
with al-Fatih movement,
With Fatah. Yes.
other fractions.
Reconciliation.
Of course, it's too late.
Mhm.
15 years losing for nothing, just to be in the power,
Mhm.
looking for your own interest
Mhm.
and your capacity and how to improve yourself, not looking for the national interest and other people. But anyhow, this is not the question who will win.
Mhm.
Definitely, the public, he will choose.
Yes.
And this is democracy.
But you are happy that there is finally a reconciliation between Fatah and Hamas.
100%. 100%. Everybody's happy.
Okay.
And the Palestinian all over.
Mhm.
Whatever. Maybe some is, no, we don't need, we're not. Because they are thinking for themselves.
Mhm.
Once you are united, many things will be over.
Okay.
So, our president, he's from the historical background,
Mhm.
from the first group
Yes.
with Yasser Arafat,
True.
with Abu Jihad,
Mhm.
Salah Khalaf, the first leader who existed the Al-Fatih movement in 1965 with Farouk Kaddoumi. So he's the only one now
Mhm.
who's in the power.
Mhm.
I think Fatih,
Mhm.
if they will decide it, that he will go for election
Mhm.
in 31st
Mhm.
July
Mhm.
2021,
Mhm.
which is my birthday.
Oh, really? Happy birthday!
Yeah, the president
in
who will come
advance.
in this day, he will be lucky. I think so that our president Mahmoud Abbas,
Uh-huh.
he will come again
Mhm.
to the power.
No,
This is my feeling.
yeah, feeling okay.
Once
At least you
he
get that.
nominated,
Uh-huh.
he will not lose.
Okay. Thank you, Pak Dubes. But before we close our podcast tonight, I just would like to note about tolerance and diversity in Palestine, because I think people in Indonesia may not know that Palestine is actually quite diverse and one tolerant nation, because I actually experienced it myself. It's an eye-opening experience when I visited Bethlehem, as I told you before, that I visited Bethlehem right on Christmas Day. Well, actually, it's a Christmas Eve on January 7th, when the Orthodox
Oh, okay.
celebrated their
Okay.
Christmas, and they were having this praying at the Church of Nativity, and right next to it, the Catholics were also doing their prayers, and then right in front of it is the Mosque of Umar bin Khattab, and all you know, you have these three places of worship in one square. And I saw that nothing wrong with that. I mean, they can just do their own things separately in the same place without having to fight against each other. And there are actually also lessons of diversity in Palestine. Correct me if I'm wrong. The first mayor of Ramallah was also a Christian, and widow of Yasser Arafat was also born Roman Catholic. And I remember last time when I met you, there was a Palestinian politician who is a Jewish and who came from Nablus. And so a lot of Indonesians think that Palestine is only Islam, but you have all other religions in that country, in the West Bank, and they can all live with each other peacefully. Maybe we should be learning from you.
Already you have mentioned, my brother, about that. This has never happened
Mhm.
in all over the world.
Mm.
We feel one unity. We feel one family. Christians, Muslims,
Mhm.
even Samaria,
Mhm.
in Nablus,
Mhm.
all whatever festivals, joys,
Mhm.
sadness,
Mhm.
we feel,
Mhm.
together,
Mhm.
and we share
Mhm.
everybody in our, suppose, Eid
Mhm.
al-Adha, Eid al-Fitr for Muslims,
Mhm.
their festivals,
Mhm.
we used to participate and to join each other in
Mhm.
any occasion. No crime, no fighting,
Mhm.
no any problems, even religious, I'm
Mhm.
talking, and even socials.
Mhm.
Maybe my neighbor, he's a Christian,
Mhm.
and we are,
Mhm.
I am Muslims and he's a Christians.
Can live
It's
side by
all,
side. Yes.
it's accepted. And you are talking about
Mhm.
Omar Mosque
Mhm.
in Bethlehem.
Mhm.
It's close to the church
Mhm.
of Kanisat.
Church of
Yeah.
Nativity. Yes.
So it seems that, in Palestine, democracy is there.
Mhm.
We feel one family.
Mhm.
That's why, my
Mhm.
brother, Christians are fighting against occupation of Israel,
Mhm.
along with Muslims,
Mhm.
because we are standing in one line and one
Mhm.
attitude. We are. That's why Israel's,
Mhm.
they are not able
Mhm.
to defeat Palestinians because they are so strong,
Okay.
united,
Mhm.
facing
Mhm.
all challenges.
Mhm.
Muslims, Christians, Samaria
Mhm.
together. And by the way, Samaria, Israel is claiming that they
Oh.
are belong to the Jew,
Uh,
but they are with the Palestinians
okay.
against the occupation. If one day you will visit, I will go with you to the Nablus city,
Mhm.
and you will see this community, big community, large community of Samaria, how they are thinking,
Mhm.
how they are dealing,
Mhm.
and how they are very close to the Palestinian National
Mhm.
Authority against the occupation.
Okay.
And even,
Mhm.
Excellency, the Palestinians who's holding the Israeli citizenship.
Ah,
In
okay.
1948, there are around 2 million.
Mhm.
They are facing the same challenges and fighting against the
Mhm.
occupation.
Ah, okay. I see.
So it means,
Mhm.
so this
Okay.
is the,
All right. Thank you, Pak Dubes. I think we learned a lot from you tonight. And as I said, Indonesia and Palestine have been friends since the founding of our nation. Just to note that, if I'm not mistaken, the Grand Mufti of Jerusalem, Amin al-Husseini, was actually one of the first persons who supported the recognition of our nation's independence. And that was in September 1944. That was before the birth, even before the birth of our nation. And we were also one of the first nations to recognize the state of Palestine after your
in
declaration of,
1988.
yes, independence in
That's true.
Aljazair.
That's true. That's
And
right.
we learned from you also that since that time our relations have grown stronger and stronger by the day, and we can learn a lot from Palestine, that it is an important nation on earth that every world leader must pay attention to. And actually, we as Indonesians have also, or must also, learn about the tolerance and diversity from Palestine. Any last word from you? Maybe 30 seconds to the viewers before we close this session, about Indonesia or about the Indonesian government.
About Indonesian government,
Mhm.
what I'm going to say that
Mhm.
I think the
Mhm.
Indonesians is, I don't see or I
Mhm.
don't feel that
Mhm.
there is any
Mhm.
oppositions
Mhm.
who are against the policy
Mhm.
of your government during my stay. Maybe you can sometimes see individuals
Mhm.
talking, but it's not, I mean, in general.
Mhm.
I can say that Indonesia is trying to make all facilities
Mhm.
and trying to make the people of Indonesians feeling in a good atmosphere
Mhm.
and facing the challenges, whatever. Indonesia, it's around 300 million
Mhm.
population,
270. Yes.
or to say it's near to,
Okay.
and many challenges are facing economically,
Mhm.
socially, whatever, and even from the crisis
Mhm.
by the nature, what's
Okay.
happening to this country, flood and
Mhm.
earthquake sometimes,
Mhm.
and even so, the government are trying to solve all
Mhm.
necessaries and all conflicts time to time, week to week, all measurements, all rules, precautions, how to deal the people,
Mhm.
and how they are trying to save the people and to arrange the fixation
Mhm.
to save the community of Indonesia.
Mhm.
So I think if I want to say to be
Mhm.
faith, the government of Indonesia are trying well and trying the best
Mhm.
to solve most of the problem
Mhm.
for all your community,
Okay.
whatever Christians, Buddhism,
Mhm.
Muslims.
Okay.
This is
Mm.
the same feeling.
Okay. Thank you so much, Pak Dubes Zuhair al-Shun, for coming over tonight. And I think a lot of viewers now have more insights about Indonesia and Palestine relations and how much you appreciate our actions. Thank you also.
It's my pleasure, my brother.
Okay. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.